Hello everybody and welcome back to another vlog. It's going to be a slightly slower pace this week because this vlog is all about bringing Franco back into work for the 2024 event season. So he finished eventing in October. He's then had 3 weeks in the field just chilling with his friends, still in at night but just not doing any work at all. He has had a bit of an injury, so he managed to clonk his fetlock in the field and he had a big swollen leg, looked like a big elephant's leg, to be honest with you. But we had the vet twice, we've scanned the leg, and actually the fluid that's remaining, the vet has said will just go in its own time and just to crack on. So he has got a full clean bill of health, which is really important if you're bringing a horse back into work. And so this vlog is going to be getting him from a mud monster to me getting back in the saddle. So it's going to be a week of groundwork with pole exercises and long lining and all of that stuff. So I thought it'd be interesting to share. It might not be for everyone, but you know, this is realistically what I'm doing, so I thought I would vlog it. So today's day one. So day one, bringing Franco back into work. He has actually lost a shoe, which I noticed as I brought him in. He loves losing shoes, doesn't he? But I'm still going to long line him and stuff tomorrow. I've texted my farrier as well, so he will be on the way soon. But today it's just going to be about checking him over. So I'm going to give him a good brush. I'm going to wash this tail because it's disgusting. I'm going to do a bit of maintenance on that foot where he's lost the shoe, and then he'll be totally ready to come back into work tomorrow, which he looks absolutely thrilled about. He doesn't love the selfie stick, but yeah, he doesn't look hugely thrilled, does he? But yeah, so let's get going, checking the boy over.
I never felt tomorrow closing in this fast. Oh, I guess time's in a rush. Leaves are falling down, but at least they grow back, while I'm on a one-way track. Now I know what it means to grow.
Okay everybody, so I have brushed Franco, I've washed his tail, and the last thing I'm going to do on day one is some baited stretches. So these are some stretches which my physio gave to me. I work really closely with my physio with Franco because we have had some issues with him in the past. So I'll just talk you through the stretches that she's given me. Obviously I am not a physio, I do not prescribe horses with exercises, but I just thought I'd show you what we do. So I'll move him so that you can actually see him. Okay, so stretch number one is just getting him to stretch to his shoulder, which he does find quite easy this way. And I try and get him to hold that for sort of 5-10 seconds. To his shoulder. And I've just got a handful of chaff. But you can use carrots or whatever treats you tend to give them. I don't really tend to give mine treats particularly because I think it makes them a bit nibbly. Yeah, this way he does find a little bit more difficult, so sometimes I just get him to hold that this way a little bit longer. Okay, the next stretch that I get him to do, hoping you can hear me, is stretching around me. So this is where he has to stretch. I stand at his shoulder, he stretches round my body and down between my sort of thigh and knee. And he's actually very polite at this and doesn't squash me, but when I've done this one with Obi, Obi does tend to try and squash me. So no squashing today, which is good. Okay, and then we do the same thing the other way. So everything we do on one rein, we do on the other rein. So get him to stretch around me here. So standing at his shoulder again, getting him to stretch round between my sort of hip and knee. Just do that one again for a little bit longer. Good boy. Okay, and then the next ones are getting him to stretch down, so I'll get him to go back a little bit. So this one, you're getting him to stretch down. Ideally keeping his head between his front legs. And then this last one actually took me a little while to get him to do, so I'd have to do it over the stable door initially, but now he knows, and this is... So my phone just died there, sorry about that. So yeah, so just that last one, getting them to stretch out. And that is it, that is him all stretched. So I'm gonna pop his rug on, put him out in the field, and that is day one done. So welcome back to day 2 of bringing Franco back into work, and today we are long lining. So I've decided that I'm going to long line him in the summer paddocks. I'm lucky enough that I have summer and winter grazing here. We also grow our own haylage. Ta-da! So I'm going to long line him around there for sort of 15-20 minutes, just in walk, do some walk halt transitions. And it's on a bit of an incline as well, so I thought we can do that and then we can have a look at where we sort of think he is fitness wise. I'm not anticipating that he's lost too much fitness because obviously he was eventing only a couple of weeks ago, but we'll have a look, see where he's at. He's also only got the 3 shoes still, so it's currently the weekend, so my farrier is going to come across on Monday, but that's fine. It's no different to him walking around in the field, so I thought, well, we'll just have to crack on. So yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing now. I'm going to go get him in, get him tacked up. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted because I've got the dog with me and she was digging. Wanna come say hello? Elsa cam. So yeah, so I'll go get him in and then we'll get started. So that is Franco in and ready. He was absolutely filthy, so yesterday's efforts were a total waste of time. You will notice that I lunge him in really simple kit, so he's got a Cavs and head collar and a roller, and I've just looped the first lunge line to show you through the bottom loop. I haven't put the other one on yet, I'll do that in a minute. And the reason that I just use the head collar is that he is just so good with his voice commands. He's so, you know, steady and sensitive in his mouth that he doesn't need anything else. He's also going to be in an enclosed field, so he can't escape if anything was to happen. But if I was going to do this with Obi, there'd be a bridle involved, or a horse I didn't know, there'd be a bridle involved. So that is what I use to long line. So we're going to head down to the field now. I've got my little doggy buddy with me too, so I'm going to walk her at the same time, and yeah, let's go. So that is Franco long lined. I have no idea how much footage I've got because every single time I look round, the wind had knocked over the selfie stick. So who knows how much footage I've just got there, but hopefully there's enough that you get the general gist of what we were doing. I noticed that Franco has got a bit of a tum, so he wasn't out of breath at all, so I don't think he's lost a huge amount of fitness, but he's definitely looking a bit fatter. And I have to say, I felt a little bit unfit too, so the great thing about long lining is you get the exercise in yourself. So yeah, that's him done. I've then just redone those baited stretches from yesterday, so I will do those every single day for the first week, every other day then from then on. I do them when I'm competing and all sorts, and he's now just chilling on the yard with his massage pad on. I'm going to muck out, And I love the massage pad. I just think for Franco especially, it really relaxes him. It really helps the work the physio does. And I'm not really one for kind of investing in lots of kit, because I think you could buy everything because everybody says everything's marvellous, but I do think the massage pad is good for Franco. But anyway, that is it for day 2. I will see you tomorrow. So we are now on day 3 of bringing Franco back into work, but this is actually day 3 and 4 because I'm going to do the exact same routine and exercises on both days, but I'm only going to film it once. So it's day 3/4. And today we're moving back into the arena. We're still on the long lines, but we're moving on to some walk poles. So you'll see behind me, I have set up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walk poles. They're about 80 centimeters apart, and I'm going to do them about 20 times on each rein. And the idea is you just want your horse to step through the poles and be stretching across their back and neck and picking their feet up. You'll see that I'm just using the poles that I have. My preference would actually be to use sort of square or hexagonal poles because they're a little bit safer than having round poles, but you know, you've just got to use what you've got, haven't you? So that's what we're going to be doing today. So I'm going to go get the boy in, sort him out and bring him down. And then once he's done this, it will be back on the yard to do the baited stretches that we did on day 1. And then whilst I'm sorting Obi out, he'll have his massage pad on. And obviously I'm moving on to the poles because this is how I feel. This is what I feel he needs to do next. I felt like he was pretty fit yesterday. He hasn't lost as much fitness as he could have done. But obviously, I'm not saying this is what you do with your horse. If you want to do more time sort of hacking on the long lines, then, you know, play it by ear and do what suits the horses. But yeah, I'm going to go get him in. I've got the dog with me, so I've got a bit of company today. And we'll get him over these walk poles. I'm hoping he doesn't get too excited about them because he has in the past seen poles and been like, woohoo! So let's see.
I never felt tomorrow closing in this fast. Oh, I guess time's in a rush. Leaves are falling down, but at least they grow back, while I'm on a one-way track. Now I know what it means to grow old. Yeah, now I know the time I've got, it is just enough to get by. Yeah, it is just enough to get by.
So we are on day 5, and this is going to be day 5 and 6. So I'm going to do these same exercises with Franco today and tomorrow. It's still long lining, so I'm going to set him up on the long lines in a second. But I thought I would just turn my camera around and show you what the exercise looks like first set up, and then I'll put a bit of footage of us doing it. And exactly the same as the other days, it'll then be baited stretches and his massage pad. So it is very repetitive in these early days, but it's still quite a lot of work, which is why I wanted to share it with you. But yeah, let's have a look at this exercise for today and tomorrow. So this is the exercise. So we've got 3 poles resting on 2 bollards in a straight line. And as you'll see from the footage, it's just a case of sort of weaving in and out, getting your horse to step over each pole. And my physio calls this the hog's back. I have no idea why, but anyway, that's the exercise we're doing today. And then the day after that, which will be day 7, I'll be tacking him up and getting back on. I mean, he doesn't resemble an event horse at the minute, does he? He's super muddy and hairy. And we've had a saddle checker already. So I've had the saddle fitter, they've checked the saddle, given that the sign off. So I always think that's quite a nice thing to do at the end of the season, just to make sure that everything is okay, and it needed a bit of work. So yeah, well, 2 days of this and then we'll be getting back on. Exciting! So we are now on day 7 of bringing Franco back into work, and I'm super excited because I'm getting back on today. So we're going to be going out for a hack, and for the next sort of week or so he is just going to be hacking, and we're going to be just doing it in walks, so no trotting or anything, until he's a bit stronger, and then we'll start to introduce trotting and schooling, cantering, and kind of build up from there. That's just the way I sort of do things. I like to make sure they're really strong in their walk and they're sort of fit enough before I get going. So yes, I'm going to bring him in, tuck him up, take him out, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to show you guys some of the hacking. It's a beautiful day today. Oh, there's the muck heap. It's a beautiful day today over there. So yeah, we've got some really nice hacking as well, so I'd like to be able to show you some of it, but he has been quite sprightly in the field, and often he can be spooky out hacking, so hopefully I'll be able to record some, but otherwise I'll see you when I get back.
I never felt tomorrow closing in this fast. Oh, I guess time's in a rush. Leaves are falling down, but at least they grow back.
Hello everybody, so we are out. Franco has been exceptionally good. So we have to go through a bridleway gate that's got like an electric fence clicking right next to it. And he was absolutely fantastic going past that. There's also a field of young cows, which are all quite exuberant. And he's been as good as gold. So that is absolutely fantastic. He's feeling nice and keen, but without being wild. So yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing to be back on. But I got on and I stood on the yard and I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I can ride him. And I think it's from riding Obi for sort of a period of time and then getting back on Franco. They're just so different. Like Franco's got like no neck and shoulder, and I got on and I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm absolutely fine now, absolutely buzzing to be back out. As I said, we're only going for sort of a half an hour, 45-minute walk, and then we're just going to build that up over the next couple of weeks. And then start introducing trot and some schooling and things like that, and I just like to take my time with it. I think it's so important the first couple of weeks to do the basics, as boring as they may seem, just to prepare your horse as best as you possibly can, really, and especially with Franco being a little horse and he's had issues with his neck and things before, just really making sure he's as strong as possible, and yeah, making sure that over Christmas I don't pack too many pounds on as well, because I am quite tall and he's quite small, so I've got to make sure that I'm not too heavy as well. Anyway, we're going to finish off our hack. That's it actually for this vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting and that there's parts of it you can take away for your own horses. Please do like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you for the next video. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I'll see you then.